Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from JJ Innovation Garage in the peach capital of the state, baby boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Mr. Yancey? We about made it another week. About made it another week. I cut this piece out last night and I cut it out because I was just coming up with an idea. And then after I got to thinking about it, I was trying to figure out how to make the other piece and bend it all in one piece and still have enough room where I could put a flange on it and put some nut inserts and bolt it together where I could make the face of it removable. To make the face of it removable. And this thing kept me up all night, like literally all night. I mean, I tossed and turned, literally. I don't know if that's what kept me up or other stuff kept me up. I don't know, but all I know is I stayed up all night, tossing and turning, trying to figure out how I was gonna make this. What's up, Gary? What's up, Chance? So I made this piece, and I actually kind of mimicked this piece. This is for a 65 to 66 Mustang radio plate. That's what that is. So I was trying to figure out what the hole size was for one of these custom audios, and they don't have anything. Then I got to thinking, I said, I think I have a dash plate for a 60 Mustang. And I did. I went and go dug this out. So I measured this hole, and I was like, okay, so then I went to Custom Audio Sound, where they have those retro radios, and I looked up their radio, and because I had this old, and I was looking at a 65 and a 66 radio with XM radio, satellite radio, Bluetooth and all that, because the guy with the 61 Ford box truck, he wants to put a radio and stuff in it, right? So I was like, okay, we'll just put a Mustang radio in it that says Ford across the front and keep it forward and stuff like that. So I drew this out and I cut it out on the table. Do you have a radio to put in for the right size? No, I do not have a radio. Custom Audio has a radio. And I went to their website and they, no, Randy, I do not have a radio. But this is the dash plate for a 60, 65, 66 Mustang. So I just mimicked that. So I just made that, right? I just made that. So if I order a retro sound radio for a 65, 66 Mustang, it will fit into this hole. Now, I got a thing about, we're gonna keep the box theme. We're gonna make it, I wanna make some stuff radius and all that stuff, but we gotta keep it, like my friend in West Virginia said, keep it industrial and keep it like boxy, because it is a box, right? What's up, Roger? What's up, Gary? What's up? What's up, everybody? So I do know the measurements. The measurements of the radio is 4 inches wide, 2 inches high, 4.5 inches deep. So that coincides with this because that is 2 inches. So I should have notched out the corners when I cut it out on the burn table. I should have notched the corners out so I can bend the flange. Those notchers, we had one at the school. We had one at Petty's too, where I could put it in there and you just pull the handle down and I could notch these corners out 1/2 inch or 1 inch. I don't have one of those, but it'd be nice to have one. So I'll just take the cutoff wheel and just cut a 1/2 by 1/2 out of the corners, and that'll be bent. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking something like this. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking something like this at an angle. I'm gonna go show you. I'm thinking something like this, and I was gonna put a picture frame on this and break this. So this has to be broke at the bottom so I can bolt it to the dash. And then it has to be broke here and here to get that angle, that angle. Then I'd have to break it on the inside so this face could bolt to it. That's a lot of bends that I don't think I could be able to do all at one time. So if I break this, if I fold this down 90, fold this down 90, fold this down 90, and make this a picture frame, then this can actually slide in to, that could actually slide into that, and then we could put nut inserts into this, or excuse me, we could put nut inserts into this, slide this in, and then run the button head, put 3 screws on this side, probably 3 screws, or put some screws across the top and some screws down the bottom, and then it can bolt through the bottom of the dash, and that would be secure, and you'd have the radio. And then also, if I needed to put some more switches or something on there, and I could even go as far and put the air conditioner controller on this as well. So it would be in close proximity to the driver. So that was another thing I was thinking about, right? So let me go show you where I'm kind of thinking putting this at, and then we'll just go from there. So, oh yeah, also I'd like to just say this. Everybody that texted me yesterday, I appreciate it. I know I probably didn't get back to you until today. I just kind of unplugged yesterday, but I really appreciate it. The ones that took the time out of their day to text me yesterday, I greatly appreciate it. I really do. All right, so this is what we're thinking. So I'm thinking about, this is where I'm thinking about putting this thing, is like right here, right? So you got the, we're probably gonna have to fix this because these holes are not the same. So probably what we're gonna do is probably come in here and draw out a line and take the cut off wheel and cut this center out. We'll probably just cut this out and then replate this. So the new gauges. So you got the ignition, then you had the windshield wipers and all that other stuff. This right here was a toggle switch that you'd flip that switch on to turn that light on. Just different stuff. So we're probably going to more than likely go ahead and plate this over, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the wrong holes. So we'll probably just figure out, these holes are too big, I believe. I can just make a new piece to go over this with the right holes and then go from there. So I'm thinking about putting this like right here, which still won't be in the way once we break it down. We can probably drop it down a little bit more. And then if it's right here, I can even put the air conditioner controllers on this, and run them this way, up and down. They have a kit where you can run them up and down as well. So I could make a new piece like this, Mac. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing to make this, because you got literally, see how they cut it on the corner so they could get the notch. So I could take this off and duplicate this and make one. I got to go online again and check out and see what the sizes are on those gauges right there, because they're different. So, but it has to go back in the same place. So I'm thinking about putting the radio right here, which there's really no other way. I mean, if I put it up here, you ain't gonna be able to get to it. If it was right here, he can still reach to it. I can't put it on the dog box because this will be lifted up. I can't put it on the dash because then you gotta get up to change the radio. So I'm thinking about putting it right here and just putting it at an angle just a little bit, and then running it from here to here, to the edge, just like sloped out, and then put some bead rolls into it. I also thought about making it the same width. I thought about making it the same width as this, but I think that'd be a lot of waste, honestly. If I put it like that, so I really don't know. So, like I said, this kept me up last night, and something else kept me up last night, thinking about something. I put the speaker boxes back here. Now, these are not the speakers that we're running. It's just a mock-up. Like I said, I was going to TIG these up, but I'm going to be honest with you, I just didn't feel like it yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you. So if I TIG these corners up, and then we dynomat the inside of them, and then bed line the outside of them, I think that'll be good. I'm actually going to put a dimple die. I'm going to put a dimple die on one of the sides so I can run the wires out, and then I'm going to run a piece of conduit, probably get some aluminum conduit or something, and run around the perimeter and hide it behind the brake, so I can run the speaker wires and the LED lights all the way around. So I think that turned out real good. What about under the gauges? Well, you talking about the radio, Chance? Chance, appreciate it, also. You talking about under the radio here? I mean, there's a lot of real estate, but there's a lot of real estate, but there ain't no real estate. I could probably make something to bolt. See, if I made something, I even thought about making something to bolt to the side of this, but then you got to look at that raises up like that, so it'd be in the way. So the steering column's going to go right. I got to get a custom steering column that comes right here and then goes straight through the floor. So you're going to have a steering shaft that goes somewhere right in here. The brake pedal's going to be gone, or the clutch pedal. So the steering shaft's going to be somewhere right here. It's got to go right through the floor to get to the rack and pinion. It's not going to be able to go that way no more. The handbrake, we're going to leave the handbrake right there because we're probably going to have to modify the cable system to work. So there's really nowhere there. If I done it like on the old vans and put it up top, that means you literally going to have to stand up to do anything. So, I mean, I don't know. So that's why I was just contemplating last night. And then he said putting like a toggle switch or a flip switch to turn on the interior lights because you don't have no door striker lights. So if I put it right there, I guess it would be all right. I could offset it. To the side, and then we could do that. I could offset it to the side and then maybe put some cup holders where you can put a cup holder, like put 2 cup holders or something where you could actually put, if we made it like this, where it was off to one side and then left the other side open, we could can't make it straight up like that. If we make it straight up, What about since you have to make a gauge mount? Why not put the radio in the new piece? Yeah, I mean that's an idea. That is definitely an idea. Well, we can't go down. We can't go down like this. You know, if we made this wider, I wish the seat and stuff was in here. I can't go this way because it'd be in his knees. You know what I mean? Because the seat's not here. But what I can tell you is, it's hard to explain it. Yeah, that's a good idea. It really is. I mean, that's why I'm on here. It's a good idea. Your knees are like right here. So I'm not sitting in the seat. The seat, I'm actually up here with the seat. Let me see if I can kind of. So you're actually right here. So when you're sitting in the seat, your knees are about right here. So you don't have no room there. Now, if you made the piece, if you made the piece like Todd was saying, since we're gonna have to probably remake this with a new piece, if we made it, you know, if we just extended it out where the radio was a part of the whole unit, the radio would be like that. Well, there's not enough room. There's not enough room between here and there. I see what you're saying. There's not enough room. There's not enough room right there. I need 4.5 inches. So from here to this, I'd need 4.5 inches, and there's not enough room. The radio is 4.5 inches deep. So it's 2 inches high, 4 inches wide, 4.5 inches deep. So the radio would slide all the way in and it would hit that. So this would have to be raised up. I mean, I love it. I love it. We throwing ideas out. That's why I like jumping on live and talking to you guys. You can make that gauge pod a little bit wider towards the middle. You can make the gauge pod a little bit wider towards the middle. You talking about right here, Mac? Make it wider? Well, you can't go too wide. Look, see that? You can't go too wide because the door hatch. So you couldn't go that way. You'd have to go this way. I mean, you could go about that much wider, but then you're going to be into the handle. Yeah, the doghouse cover. Yeah, see, it comes up. It comes up right there. So you literally don't have no room to go there. You can't put it on the side. I was thinking about, like right here, there's no way for there. You got all this room, but you ain't got no room. I mean, it's crazy. It's a damn box, but you ain't got no room. Yeah. So that's why I was thinking, if I made it where this attached to this or attached to the dash and it was right there in the center, or if it was offset. But see, if I did it offset, I'd have to do cup holders and stuff, and then it wouldn't just look right. So I was thinking like right here, I mean, I can make a cup holder thing to bolt to the wall right there, and he can put his drinks right here, like a little cubby hole or something right over there. I could do that, because if I offset this, it's going to kill my OCD. It'd be like, it won't be symmetrical, and it'll drive me batshit crazy. So I was thinking about right there, and then it'll be a little bit shorter because we're going to break it. And then on this piece here, I'll have to go back and look on MVU's gauge website to see what the OD is. And if we redone this, or if we just covered this, say these holes are too big, but the gauges can still go through. If I just make another piece to go over it, run a little bit of design around it, and then secure these to this, or just redesign this. And if we just take this apart and just make a new one, and then cut new gauges and leave it out of aluminum, and then cut all these notches for the steering. See, that might not even work anyway. This might not even be the right size for a new steering column. So this might have to be modified as well. I could put like a little cubby hole right here for some change, and then over here, your cell phone and stuff where it could sit in there, and then over there on that side. Then again, we might make this thing and it look like crap and throw it in the dumpster. You know what I mean? We've been pretty lucky so far. We've made some stuff one-off, and it kind of worked. I mean, we made the dash, we made the speaker pods. I mean, everything's been pretty one-off. But I'm pretty sure that this is not the same size, so for the steering column. So if we took this part out and remade this out of aluminum, I have some of this aluminum, redraw this up, and then lay the gauges out, and then not put no more holes. Well, actually figure up the dimensions on the, no, the dimensions on the AC controller is just holes. So we can lay that out with the template like we did on the Impala, and just drill the holes, and he can have his air conditioner controller right here in close proximity. And basically we got to have headlights and windshield wipers. That's pretty much it. And probably a USB plug, and we could put the USB plug on this to charge the phone. Is what I'm thinking. What's up, Lee? What's up, Lee? So that's what I'm thinking. So let's get over here and let's make something. Y'all look what I got right here, boys and girls. That right there is an OBS. I want to call it OSB. OBS tailgate. Y'all stay tuned for that right there. I got some cool stuff. Let me just tell you, I talked to Mittler Brothers today. My sales guy, my rep or whatever, I talked to him today about some stuff, and they got this tool that I've been looking at, and I was waiting on Ray to get back from vacation or something, and I talked to him today, and I asked him would it work with 18 gauge. And he said, absolutely, it will work. He said it'll work with mild steel up to 0.0498. He said, I know that. I wasn't going to call you out, man. I know, Austin. Why'd you let the cat out the bag? I put two and two together, man. I am pretty smart. I am pretty savvy. I know, Austin. I didn't want to tell it. I don't disclose my clients' information on YouTube. There's a lot of my clients that watch on YouTube. There's a lot of clients that'll be in the daggone chat. And I tell them that I don't disclose my clients' personal information. I don't let people know who I'm working on. Let me put it to you like this. Hey, it's all right, man. It's done. Let me put it to you like this. Somebody reached out to me the other week, or a couple weeks ago. Somebody reached out to me the other week and asked me a question, right? They said, hey, man, ain't you working on so-and-so's vehicle? And this is how I replied to them. I said, I do not disclose clients' information on what goes on in the shop. And they came back and said, well, I know you're working on it. They told me about it. And then I replied back. I said, well, I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your support. But I do not disclose clients' information out. If a client tells you that their vehicle is here, or I'm building something for them, or I'm making something for them, that's great. That's great. I will not confirm or deny that. It's just out of respect. It's nobody's business on who's doing business with JG. I don't ask other business owners like Mac. I don't ask Mac me and Mac talk all the time, right? I don't ask Mac who owns that. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful for me to ask. That's disrespectful for Mac to tell me. That's just disrespectful. Now, if somebody tells me, if somebody tells you that their vehicle is at Mac's shop or my shop or whatever, that's between the client and you. That has nothing to do with me. If you ask me or call me or text me, or even if you comment on the post on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or anything, I will delete your comment. I will delete it. I will delete it. There's a lot of reasons why I will do that. Because protecting personal information, right? Because it's an ugly world, right? And not me personally, but I read an article one time where people were talking about somebody's vehicle, and then they broke in. They found out where the guy lived after he got his vehicle back, and they stole his vehicle. They didn't steal it from the shop that was working on it. They stole it from the man's house, because the person says, oh, I'm working on so-and-so's vehicle, blah, blah, blah. The person was saying, hey, man, I'm working on so-and-so's, somebody's working on a vehicle, blah, 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 blah. And then everything's on the internet, so you can find where people live. You can dox them. You can find their addresses. You can do all that. And then they broke into his shop or his garage, and they stole his car. So that happened when I was at Petty's. I read that article at Petty's. And right then and there, Petty had a policy. You do not disclose anybody's information whatsoever, absolutely zero. An NDA. Now, I don't make my client sign an NDA, but I treat it as an NDA. I'm not going to disclose my client's information out there. Now, somebody's probably going to say, well, you said you was building some panels for John. I am. John's not a client. John Buchanan is not a client. He's not a client. So when I said I'm building panels for John, you're absolutely right. I did say that. John Buchanan is not a client. So John don't fit in that category. So but Austin, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. So Austin let the cat out the bag. So yes. But I got these dimple dies coming. These dimple dies. Now, a client can say whatever they want to. They can tell whatever they want to. It's their story. They can tell it the way they want to. It's their story. But I will never confirm or deny anything. Yeah, it's not a car, it's parked. That's right. So, with that being said, my Midler Brothers has a 1/4-inch washer die. A 1/4-inch washer die. I am so happy that I found this thing. So basically, what it will do is I drill a small hole. What's up, Tulu? I drill a small hole. This thing has a pin that goes through it. And you have a female die and you have a male die. You put it on there, and then you put it in the press and you press it. And what it does a raised dimple die hole for a 1/4-inch bolt that is recessed. So when you go to put the bolt in there, the bolt has a 1/4-inch washer flange around it. It's the same thing they use like on airplanes and stuff. It is badass. So, I can't wait. Cannot wait till it gets here. I ordered it today. Should be here one day next week, according to the weather. And with that being said, when I come up with a design on this OBS tailgate, I'm going to use that 1/4 inch washer die to go around the perimeter of this thing. So when the client decides to secure it to the tailgate using 1/4 inch nut inserts or 1/4 inch pop rivets, and they go to put, yes, like a countersink, yeah, so it's gonna be recessed in, and it's gonna look, man, it's gonna look like button tucks. I can, and you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the whole damn dash out of this 61 Ford box truck, and I'm gonna do every one of the bolts like that. Every one of them. So, let's get to it. Boys and girls, let's get to it. But again, what about the dash you had designed yet? What about the dash you have designed yet? Maybe swirls. What are you talking about, Gary? What about the dash you have designed yet? Maybe swirls. What are you talking? So we're gonna make this. So we're gonna lay this out. I'm gonna go get the laptop and I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this piece in one piece, and then we're gonna cut it out, and then we're gonna break it, and then we're gonna put it together, and then we're gonna see what happens. So that's what we're gonna do right there. What about the dash design yet? Maybe swirls. Oh. All right, boys and girls. Again, everybody that, I know everybody, let me lay this out. Everybody that texted me yesterday, I greatly appreciate it. I know I probably didn't text you right back, but I greatly appreciate it. What are you working on now? I'm working on the dash for the 61 box truck. I know we got some bad weather coming. Oh, yeah, I kind of figured that's what you was talking about, Gary. Oh, yeah, it's coming, Tulu. Yeah, it's coming. I got y'all set up, so I'm looking at the camera on the backside. Man, it was 19 degrees this morning at 11 o'clock here with the wind blowing. Hey, we still got, hey, Mac, we still got it better than Ohio, buddy. We still got it better than Ohio. I'm just going to go and tell you, we still got it better than Ohio. I would take the weather here over Ohio's weather any day of the week. Yeah. At least our stuff's gone in 3 or 4 days, 5 days. Y'all stuff stays there for months. Hey, I did talk to Corey again today from Scorpion, and I talked to Corey today from Scorpion, and I had a few questions, and so I had a few questions on. I had a few questions on the product, and he answered my questions for me. So on the sound deadening and stuff. So the product that they have is called HNR, which is heat resistance. I was confused. It says HNR reducer, so I thought that was reducer. It's actually the product. So the product is the product he was telling me about. Tells me that it covers 25 square foot, plus or minus. And I said, okay. And then he said, so he was telling me that it covers 25 square foot. And I'm like, okay, great. And then the, no, I told you wrong. The HNR, the heat resistance, covers 50 square foot. Yeah, 50 square foot. The XO2 system, which is like their bed liner stuff, it covers 25 square foot. So he said just figure up on what you got going on and then go from there. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, great. So he also suggested buying the kit, the XO2 bed liner kit, which it comes with 2.5 gallons, and it comes with 2.5 gallons. The gun, the release agent, and the 80 grit bristle brush. And then he says, then you buy the HNR, the heat resistant stuff, and you already have the gun, the hopper gun. So then you can just use the hopper gun for that. He did tell me when you spray in the bed liner stuff, you only have like a 10 to 12 minute pot life. So do not mix up the whole stuff, because it won't work. You'll run out. So that is where we're at on that. So, and I got to thinking about it. If I put Dynomat on the walls and I get 80 or 120 mils, then it's going to be silver, and then you got to cover it up. Well, the client wants me to do body color. So if I order the stuff this week, it'll definitely be here by the end of next week, but I'm not working on his stuff next week because this week's his week. I'm on something else next week. So that's how it works around here. So with that being said, we got to figure out this so I can cut it in one piece. So y'all just gonna have to hang tight. Oh yeah, I did that wrong. All right, so. I'm in North Carolina. I am right there. That's where I'm at. I'm in North Carolina. So I know this ain't gonna be real exciting. I'm figuring out how I wanna do this. So So if we got, oh, I got it now. I was thinking about something else. All right, so we're gonna go, that's 7, 8. So we're gonna go 8. So we need to go 8. So we got 8 right there. And then we're gonna go down 10. No, right here. So yeah, we're gonna go down 10. So we gotta do a mirror image. So we're gonna go down. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. I got the camera turned around backwards, so I have to check and see who's in here. I'll catch up on the chat in a second. All right, so that's that. All right, so that's that corner. Hey, appreciate it. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Gary? Thanks, Gary. All right, so. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's gonna look right. Is that what I got measured on that? No, I knew that didn't look right. Yeah, I thought that didn't look, I thought that was, I didn't think that was right. So, it just didn't look right. All right, so we need to go 6 inches. So we need the door opening, we need to be 6 inches. So we got, yeah, the door opening is 6 inches. All right. And then from here, so if it sits like that, can y'all see that? So if it sits like that, then that's gonna be straight up. So, okay. So, I'm gonna be on here for a while, Mac. I ain't getting in a hurry. So if we do that, that's gonna be straight up 90. So we don't need it to be 90 because we need it to be kicked down just a little bit. So let's see something right quick. So if we go to here, that's 9. That's Yeah. Oh, we need that to be 6 inches. Yeah, I got a few things I got to do to it, but I know this ain't exciting. So, yeah, I figured we'd get a bunch of people dropped off. All right, so that's that. So, we need to add an inch to the bottom. We need to add an inch to the bottom so we can break an inch so we have some way to fasten it to the dash. So we're gonna come down an inch, all right? And then we're gonna come over here and we'll come down an inch. All right, and then we're gonna connect this line to that line. And that's an inch. All right, so that's that. So now if we rotate this, so we rotate that, and that is our corner, all right? So that's our corner, all right? So this piece right here, so that piece right there, this will lay flat on that piece at 20 degrees kick backwards. So it's not gonna be straight up and down. It's not gonna be, we're 180 backwards, right? So it's gonna be laying towards the front of the truck 20 degrees. So it's not gonna be straight up, it's gonna be tilted back 20 degrees off of 180. So it basically, it's 160 over, it's 160 degrees off of 90, which I know that's probably confusing to some people, but so that's that. And then this piece right here is the brake piece that we're gonna break 90 inward so we can put nut inserts and bolt it to the dash. So that's gonna be how we're gonna fasten it to the dash. So that's just that part. So now we need to mirror that. That's one side. So we need to make that again. So that's that right there. It doesn't matter how you wanna, don't matter how you wanna turn it. So we need to rotate it. See, we need to rotate it so we can build off of this. But we need to build off of this make sure there's enough clearance for the depth of the unit. Yeah, so that's another thing. So we got to make sure, yeah, you're right, Yancey. We got to make sure that we got enough room from, right, there's center. Y'all can't see that, but that's center. So from there to the corner, we got 9 inches. So right there is 5 inches, right? So right right there is, let's do a dotted line right there. Let's do a dotted line. So we can find center, we pick up center. So there's center. We're gonna draw a dotted line to this corner. So there we go. So that's 9.4 inches. All right, so this unit is 4.5. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna draw another line, 4.5. So 4, yeah, it actually measures 4.45, but then you got the wires too. So that's why I said 5 inches. So 5 inches. Oh, I did 45. So you got 5 inches, right? So there's 5 inches right there. Okay. Okay, there's 5. Now, the unit is 2 inches tall. So if you go right here and grab that line right there, we got enough room between there and there. So we have 7/16 from the bottom to there, and we have 7/16 at the top. So that's pretty it's pretty tight. I mean, so with that being said, so that is, what is that? So that will be 9 inches. radio cut off. All right, so that's there. I didn't like the way that looked, so I changed it. So that's that. So that's that. Everybody ready for the storm again? Everybody ready for the storm? If it does anything this time, it's going to stick. Does anything this time, it's going to stick. All right, let's see. I'm just spitballing right now, boys and girls. I'm just seeing what would stick. We're just trying to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me write these numbers down so I know. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure, but let me write these numbers down. So we got 6 inches, and we got 9 inches, and we got 6 inches. So we need to break it at 6. We need to break it at 9. We need to break it at 6. And then the outside is a 1-inch flange. We need to break that. I'm not putting no holes in it because I don't know where I want to put the holes at. So right here, we got a 1-inch flange, and then this is 6 inches. So if it's 6 inches there, what is it on the back side? Inch and a quarter. So we got inch and a quarter. Okay. I don't know, boys and girls. We're gonna see what happens. I still hadn't got my color back. I watched the video last night and it said go to appearance, click A to go to appearance. That's what I did. And then it said drag the color that you want onto your part. I did that and it didn't do nothing. So might have to call Johnny. Might have to call Johnny. Might have to call Johnny Be Good. Again, I don't know if this one's going to be a win. We've had a pretty good week. Everything that we drew out worked out pretty good. So, Johnny Be Good. Yeah, we might have to call Johnny at Langmore and say, hey, Johnny, I can't get my color back. And Johnny will probably go, toot, toot, there you go. There's your color. Again, I don't know if this is going to, and somebody's going to probably say, hey, man, be confident. I am confident. I just don't know if it's going to work out. You got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this might be ugly. This might be ugly. This might be ugly, boys and girls. Plasma plugged in. Nah, we ain't got that far yet. We ain't got that far yet, Nathan. We going though. We're going right now. Right now. Right now. We're going right now. We're going right now. Going right. Right now. What that thing say? I need to turn the heat on. $22 3/4. About what? 10. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. What do you say? 22 3/4. That ain't gonna work. this piece might work. So we got 22 3/4 on the bottom. And then we got yeah, we plugged in. Let's see. So we gotta go 10. Look like we made it. Yeah, it's 18 gauge. Yep, that's all I've been using here lately, 18 gauge. 18 gauge. I need to go get some more. Yep, I need to go get some more. I gotta put some water in the table. No, I don't fill it up with sand water. I gotta drive an hour to get it. Yeah, they don't have this stuff local. I have to go get it. I have to go get it. The shop, I mean, there's a place uptown that can get it. But the problem is it's all scratched up and it's rusty. So The place I get it from, it's all indoors. So, like I said, the place I get it from, it's all inside. Not rusty. It's cold rolled. It's got oil on it. It's got paper in between it. So it's not scratched or anything like that. So. You know the bad thing about it is, I'm gonna have to bend this joker. If I bend it, I'm not going to be able to roll no pattern in it. If I roll a pattern in it and bend it and it don't work, then it's just not going to work. So, with that being said, it's like a daggone Pandora's box. We put some beads in it. We roll it. We roll it. And then break it on the break. And if it don't work out, then we got a fancy box. I'm not feeling it. Can you tell I'm not feeling it? I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. This video was brought to you by Tampco. Land, sea, and air products. Yeah, I'm not feeling a lot of stuff, Mac, honestly. I'm in one of them blue. I'm in one of them blue moods. All right, let's hit it with a DA. She's not long enough. Should be tight. I'm in low gear today, baby. I'm in low gear. But I'm in gear. I'm just in low gear. I'm just in low gear. I'm in low gear. just in a went to the chiropractor this morning. I told him I had a weevil in my back. He said, "You got a..." Yeah, I went to the chiropractor this morning. I told him I had a weevil in my back. And he said, "A what?" I said, "A weevil." He said, "What the hell's a weevil?" I said, "You don't know what a weevil is?" He said, "No." So I had to tell him what a weevil was. And he's like, "Dude, you're crazy." He said, "Crazy." I was going to go see John tomorrow, but the bad weather coming and stuff, and the way everybody's feeling, I guess I'm not going nowhere tomorrow. All right. You know what I think? You know what I think is common? Y'all want to tell you? You may tell it. Mac, you may tell it. You tell it, Mac. You may vent a little bit. You may get on my soapbox a little bit. You may get on my soapbox. I find it funny. Now, I'm not comparing. I think it's funny. That you see, 1.25 inches. That you see, you see people on YouTube. You see YouTubers, right? On YouTube, right? And they talking about, man, I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 8,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 9,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. Right? And they always on here talking about subscribers, subscribers, subscribers. And then they got all these subscribers, you know. They got all these allegedly subscribers. But then when they do videos, they got like 5 views. They got like 5 views. But they got, and somebody's probably gonna say, "Oh, you just jealous." No, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. Nope. It just, they screaming all these, they got these subscribers, but you ain't got but like 5 or 10 views. Doesn't make no sense to me. And it shouldn't make no sense to you. But they push the goddamn hell out of it, that's for damn sure. Or they'll go live, and it'll be like 2 people watching them. And the 2 people's watching them is their other account and somebody else. But they got 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, make that make sense to me. I would rather have 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views than 10,000 subscribers and 100 views. Make that shit make sense. And then, and somebody's gonna say, well, hey man, ain't you not practicing what you preach? Worry about the man up the road, worry about the man down the road. I'm just looking at numbers, man. I'm just looking at numbers. I'm just looking at numbers. I'm just looking at numbers. It don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me at all. None whatsoever. But you out here thinking you're doing something. Man, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing. Nothing! Yeah, I said it. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit. And then somebody's gonna say, well, worry about yourself. I do worry about myself. And I'm fine with it. I got 500,000 views last week. 500,000. 500,000 views last week. 500,000 views is what my analytics was last week. 500,000. I'm just saying, when your subscriber count don't match your daggone view account, it don't make sense. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. And you know what else don't make sense? Is you on here, I guess I'm just gonna stop talking. Welcome to the big boy table. You buy junk parts, you gonna have junk product. That's all I'm saying. Dip me in shit and roll me in peanut butter. Dip me in shit and roll me in peanut butter. What's up, mini truck? Not a word. Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely makes absolutely no sense to me. Yeah, I got 9,500 subscribers, and I got a bunch of subscribers this year. I mean, you can ask Mac. The beginning of the year, I was like 2,000-3,000 subscribers, and I didn't start pushing this channel until this year. I mean, I don't buy subscribers. None of that shit. I don't do none of that shit. None of it. 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 I ain't going to. I ain't going to. Ain't going to. Like, YouTube will send you a thing. Hey, do you want to spend $9.99 to push your content? Hell no, I ain't paying nothing. If my content ain't good enough to get out there on its own, I damn sure ain't gonna pay to get it out there. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Yeah. Yeah, Mac. I think so too. I think so too. This is what we're looking like. Yeah, Look, and see, that's why a lot of people don't like me, is because I say it like it is, and then they get their feelings hurt. And you can see who ain't here. You can see who ain't in the chat. You can see who ain't in the chat. You can see who ain't here in the chat. Yeah, you don't gain 3,000 subscribers in 4 days. You don't get 3,000 subscribers in 3 days. You just don't do it. I mean, you just don't do it. You just don't know. I mean, that's more subscribers than daggone Vice Grip Garage. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just venting. It's funny. Hey, appreciate that. All right, so this is what we're looking at. So this is going to be bent 90. This is going to be bent 90. That's going to be bent 90. So we might just do a little design on this side and a little bit of design on this side. Honestly, just to, and again, I don't even know if this is going to work. So I don't know. I'm just venting. I'm just venting. Yeah. Don't dip it in shit and call it peanut butter to me. Don't dip it in shit and call it peanut butter to me. And I tell you something else that's dangerous. When YouTubers out here, grown men, got kids as subscribers. Why does a grown man want to hang around little kids? Oh, what's up, Matt? What do you say? Start one side, bend 90, go to the next, and work around. You will have one side finished. Yeah, I'm just going to lay out some graphics on the top. Just something simple. Just something simple, so it has some kind of definition. Just something, you know what I mean? Just something. Let me go here and look and see what I got going on. I thought about making a, what did I do on the dash? I did a little square. I did a little off-center square. So we'll just do that. Five and a half. What's half of 5? 2 and a half. What's half a half? Quarter. 2 3/4. Y'all see what I just did? So that's 5 and a half. So what's half of 5 and a half? Well, what's half of 5? 2 and a half. Well, what's half of half? A quarter. So add a quarter to it. So 2 3/4 the center. See what I just did? Make sense? Make sense? Does it make sense? I should have picked me up a little bit. I should have picked me up a machinist ruler when I was out this morning. I don't know what the hell I just did right there. Absolutely makes no sense. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. I'm telling you, man, my mind's not on it. I want some damn chicken and dumplings. Nathan's old stingy ass. He eat all the damn chicken and dumplings. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Nathan. Oh, stingy ass. Oh, stingy ass. Eat all the damn chicken and dumplings. And he made chicken and dumplings out of thighs and legs, too. Oh, stingy son of a gun. And then the bad thing about it, sent me damn pictures of it. He made them big ass dumplings too, man. He didn't make them little dumplings. He made them dumplings that sticks to your rib cage. Sure did. Sure did. No, don't you do it. Don't you do it, Nathan. Don't you do it. I know you will too. Don't you do it. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Don't you do it, Nathan. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Nathan. I know you would too. He would. Nathan would bring me a damn, and he would probably put the damn crock pot. He would probably put the damn crock pot in the back seat, hooked up to a damn power converter, so the damn shit would be hot when it got here. Talking about Uber Eats. He probably would. He probably would. Probably would. Don't you do it neither, Nathan. Don't you do it. 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 I'm just messing with you. Might make some taco soup. I told you. I told you. I told you he would plug that shit up. I told you. Told you. Yeah. I did talk to Mittler Brothers today about some dies, and we was talking about some dies and stuff, and I got a die that I didn't even know I had, and they were telling me shit. They was telling me I need a skateboard wheel. He said, I could take this. Let me show you. Let me show you. I didn't even know I had this die. I didn't even know I had this die. Look, I didn't even know I had that die. So this right here is it was just laying over there and I didn't even pay no attention to it. This is a 1/2 inch 90, right? 1/2 inch 90, right? So this is where I can make flanges and stuff. But he told me I could take this die and get a skateboard wheel and put a skateboard wheel on the bottom, and then I could use this as a tipping die. Said I could use this as a tipping die. Yeah, so I forgot I used this on the Le Mans to make the wheel flange. So if I cut a piece out that was radius and then go up to it, what is this, 1/2 inch? Yeah, 1/2 inch. I could do a radius and do a 1/2 inch flange. Yeah, I forgot I even had that joker. So that's what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And then he was telling me about this other guy. I was telling him trying to get into Mike's class, you know, up there at Cornfield Customs, which I do. And that would get me close up there to Mac. And then take that class up there at Cornfield Customs. And then they were telling me at Mittler Brothers that there was another guy that's pretty much off the radar that teaches classes too. He teaches some metal fabricating classes for the bead roller and stuff like that, but he's out in Missouri. And so they give me his information. So I looked him up. I mean, I hadn't reached out to him, but I looked him up. But that's in Missouri. And then the one at Cornfield Customs, that's up there in Cleveland, up there close to Mac. But every time Cornfield Customs, they list their classes, man, they fill up quick, man. Quick. Which, I mean, he's smart. I mean, if I was single, I would love to go somewhere like that and just work for a week. Just be a helper for like 2 damn weeks. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike's a cool dude, man. Mike's a cool dude. Man, he's making all kinds of dies, and he's using a 3D printer and making... And you know the thing about it, I watched the thing Mike talked about on Cornfield Customs. He used to do body work and he used to do what I do. Well, he used to do what I do. He did metal work, body work, paint work, and all that. And he said he got tired of messing with it, and he just started buying metalworking tools and started doing metal fabrication. And that's all he does is metal fabric. That's all he does. He don't do paint and body. He don't do none of that. None of it. None of it. Oh yeah, I love it when I get him riled up on social media and they start talking junk. He goes crazy, man. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll this out, roll that beautiful bean footage, and we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, we're gonna roll it out and we're gonna see what happens. We might bend this and not even work. We might bend this and it might not even work. Work myself into a corner. Forgot to plug the unit up. Forgot to plug her up. It won't run, ain't got no gas in it. It ain't got no gas in it. Yeah, I would love to just work and Mike, I would just. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's good stuff, Nathan, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go. I was watching an interview about Jesse James. I met him years ago in Daytona when he was nothing. But I watched the interview with him, and he said he worked 2 years on this stuff for these guns, this thing for this gun. Worked 2 years on it. Didn't like it, threw it back in the damn fire and turned it back into raw metal. 2 years of work, threw it in the trash. That's why when I tell you guys, if I make something and it don't look right, throw it away. One thing about it is practice. What's that? What happened? What happened? What happened? I missed something. Did I miss something? Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're almost like 500 away from 10,000. So if you're new to the channel, we're just trying to make this radio pocket. We don't know if it's going to work, but we're doing it anyway. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you drop a comment in one of the shorts, because if you don't, YouTube thinks you're a bot and they'll purge you the next day. But everybody's pretty good about that. They'll comment and they'll comment and hey, is Mike still here or is he gone? We can go as I didn't go as deep as that one. I got to do it again. I'm hoping it turns out all right. I only went 2 rounds on the. Oh yeah, it's all right. He was here earlier. He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you was live. I'm late." I think he's been doing a lot of fishing. All right, so that's that. So now, let's go over here and look and see. I keep forgetting because I know the firewalls are different. I think these are raised up. Yes, so these are up. So we need to bend the opposite side. So this needs to face up. So we need to transfer the brake lines on the other side, because if we bend it this way, then the dimples are going to be in. We want the dimples to be up. What's up, Floor? So we want the dimples to be up. All right, so that's that brake line. So we need to do 1 inch off of this. Did y'all see that El Camino I seen yesterday? When I went to the hardware, I went around the other way, and I seen that the El Camino, not Monte Carlo. Oh, I did see a Monte Carlo the other day. I seen a black Monte Carlo, just like 87 SS boys, T-top car, for sale. I seen it in a man's yard, and it's out in the country, out in BFE. And I normally don't go that way, and I went that way, and I seen it. And I turned around and went back, and it's sitting like this sideways underneath the man's canopy. It's a SS, and it is a T-top car, black with the stripes. And in the window, there was an old sign in the window that said "for sale." I thought about going back and seeing. Hey, wouldn't that be cool if I could go get something there? Tools and Wheels, just subscribe. What do you say? Tools and Wheels, just subscribed. Subscribe to JG for more great content. What are you talking about? Oh, what's up, Tools and Wheels? What did he say? Yeah, he might be fishing. Yeah, I thought about going back and seeing if I could get the Monte Carlo. And what if we done this? What if I got the Monte Carlo and done like a waffle, a build the Monte Carlo and do a waffle? Like, you know, a lot of YouTube channels, they'll do that. They'll get a car and build it, and then it'll be like, I don't know if you can say that word, the waffle. It'd be a waffle. No, you can't say it on Facebook. It'd be like a waffle. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, yeah, I scrolled back and seen it. I seen it. Yeah, you can't say that word. I don't know if you can say that on here. I know, Mac. I seen you do that. I heard you do that in your video. All right, so again, I don't know if this is going to work. If not, it's going to be, we'll make something out of it. All right, so I think you find it'll be all right, Nathan. All right, so let's think about this. So if we break this line, so hold on a second. So we got to break this 90. If we break this 90, then we break this 90. All right, let's think about this for a second. We got 4 break lines and this one. So we got to break this and this. So if we break this, we're not going to be able to break that. So we're going to have to break this one first, then this one. Ain't that right? Yeah. We're going to have to break this one, then this one, then this one. No. We have to break this one first. This one, then this one, then this one, then the outside. Oh yeah, I just can't say it, Mac. Or we just can't say it, Nathan. So this one has to be Hold on a second. Put that in there. Cut the flange back far enough. Yeah, I cut it back. Yep, right there. Yep, I cut it back. Didn't do something right. I told you. 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 Oh, no, we good. We good. We good. I think we're good. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm overthinking it. You jackass! I bent the wrong one. Ah, I bent the wrong. I bent the 1-inch flange first. I spun it around. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. And I was like, oh, no, I didn't. I was like, oh, yeah, I did. I made a mistake. At least it's 18 gauge. Hold on, let me see something right quick. Hold on, just hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. Well, I got it in that little thing. Come on, girl. Come on, girl, give it to me. Try not to mash the dimple. These right here? Yeah. Yeah, the part number is U David Nancy 5150. Now we'll trim this to fit. We'll trim this to fit. So I made this was made last night, so I can trim this to fit. And then break the edges on this. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I want to do. I have to do some more thinking. So I'll take and trim this down. I'll trim this down and then break it 90 on 3 sides. And then this will slide into this. And then the fasteners, we'll put nut inserts. We'll put nut inserts on this. Nut inserts on this. So we'll break these corners, we'll trim it to fit, and then I'll fold it in 90. And then we'll run 2 screws there and then maybe 3 across the top. Like that. I don't like that it goes over that, honestly. I don't like that at all. But I had to do that for the depth. I would like more like it to end up right there. But if I cut this, if I take an inch off of this front, this will slide forward, but I don't know if I'll have enough room for the radio. The radio is 4.5 inches deep. So if we can, we'll do that. So, yeah, see, it's 5 inches deep. So that's roughly 5 inches. The radio's 4.5. And then you got the wires and stuff coming out the back. So that's 5 inches right there. The radio is 4.5 inches deep. So that gives me a 1/2 inch. Clip the front a little. Yeah, I could. Well, if I cut this off, it's going to have a void. If I cut an inch off, then it'll have a hole. I don't know. I don't know. So I guess what I'll do, I'll go ahead and trim this, put that in there, slide in there and put a couple sheet screws in there just to hold it. And then go from there. And then when they order the radio, put the radio in it and see where we're at and see if I can adjust it a little bit. Because if I can go from nothing to 1 inch and tape this up and cut it real nice with the cutoff wheel and cut 1 inch off, all right? But gonna have to cut it straight and true, all right? If we cut 1 inch off of the bottom, that will let me, I think that's about 1 inch. It looks like 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch. So if I go from 0 to 1 and cut that off, probably going to be right there close. See, and then that's going to put my screws into my piece, into my design. We might just leave it. We just might leave it. I don't know. Notch the bottom front. Yeah, I could do that. I could come across here. I don't know. I don't want it to look like an afterthought, like unfinished. I don't want it to look like that. I don't know. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You could delete the bottom flange and notch the face towards the windshield. Okay, hold on a second. You could delete the bottom flange facing towards the windshield and stop at the bump, then the solid bottom. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I understand. I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So I would much rather it be like, I would much rather it be like that. And the easiest way probably to do that is somebody said something. I could notch this. I could take and cut. I could cut a 1 inch section out of this and slide the whole thing forward. And then it will be flush with it right there. Yeah, I mean, because then I still have my depth. So I could do that. I could take I could come across here and draw a line, and I could notch this up 1 inch and cut out a 1 inch. I could cut out a 1 inch trough through there, and then the whole thing would slide forward 1 inch. And then it would drop down in there. And then see, it would kind of go with the same where all this is open. You know what I mean? I could come in here and just notch out that, and then that would drop down in there, and then this would land flat like that. And then we could go from there. We're proofing it. What are you talking about? We proofing what? I don't understand. We're proofing it. What? You're gonna have to be more specific on that one. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. We need like 500 more. So share it, let your friends know, drop a comment. Waterproofing it. No, it's a box truck. No, we're not waterproofing it. I just need the depth of 5 inches because the radio is 4.5, so we need at least 1/2 inch for the wires to come out the back. And I didn't want to come over on the dash because I've already done the dash. Yeah. So that's that. And then this piece here is 7 3/4 by 15 3/4. Well, I appreciate it. Well, I don't drink around here, but it's all good. So, all right. So, here's where we're at. So, we got the dash made. We got that piece made. We got this piece made. This vent goes through that. This is the defroster vent, so that goes through that. So, we got that made. That right there will end up on that. All this is getting painted. This is getting H&R, which is heat resistant undercoating, and the walls are getting color matched. Here's the speaker pods we made yesterday or the other day. Here's the speaker pods. I got to TIG weld these corners up. I'm going to drill some holes and put a dimple die in the corner so the wire loom can come out. We need to flip this, put the other side up, and we got to make the strips. And then we're going to run some conduit down all the way to the front, and we're going to do a piece of brake trim right here so we run LED lights. So all the wires will be hid in a piece of conduit for the back, you know, for the tail lights and all that stuff too. So, and we still got to build the doors. So, message redact. You need to go back and watch the beginning of the video. We discussed all different spots to put the radio, and we come up with the idea to put it right there. And plus, we'll put the AC controller in this and the new gauges. There's the new gauges right there, then wheelward gauges. And we'll go from there. So, but yeah, that's that. Yeah, so I'm gonna trim this. Not now. I mean, I am, but not live. I'm gonna trim this, break this, and fold it, And then this piece right here is gonna slide into this piece, and then there'll be nut inserts into this, and then we'll put like 1024 or quarter 20, probably quarter 20, because that's the easiest thing to find. Probably run some quarter 20 bolts around the side that will bolt this into that. So all you have to do is take them out and then just slide the whole radio out. So, yeah, I believe that. I believe that'll be I think that'll be the easiest thing, is just come in here with a cutoff wheel and just cut that and then clean it up with a dyno file and notch that out so that thing can slide forward. And it would go from there. Yeah, that's that on that. New to your channel, you're making a stereo system for a box truck. Actually, we're doing a lot of stuff to the box truck. So we've already built the chassis. So back during the summer, we built a whole chassis for it. It's got a V8 302 with a hot up cam in it, automatic, parallel 4-link, coilovers, custom gas tank. It's a lot of stuff. This is this week's project. Last week we was on the K5 Blazer. So last week we was on that. This week we on this. Next week, I don't know. Next week we might be painting some parts for the 68 C10. I don't know. It's supposed to be bad weather, but next week is the 68. So we got to find something to do on the 68. So, and we got a couple things got to finish on the 63 Impala too. So yeah, the client wanted. We tore out the old ceiling. The old ceiling was paneling. So we tore out all the ceiling. We put 50-52 aluminum sheets in the ceiling. That's not even the shiny side. That's the machine side. The shiny side's on the other side. So got to drop the aluminum, turn it upside right, and then put 450 pop rivets to hold it in place. Here is the strips that was holding the paneling up. We got to sand these and polish these, and then put all the pop rivets back in it to hold the paneling, to hold the sheet metal up. We made the dash this week, so we bead rolled all the dash. We made all that this week. The client wanted a radio in it. All the seat brackets. It's getting 2013, 2015 Ford Explorer leather seats. So all the brackets for the seats, they're at the custom brackets we made. Now, when I say we, it's just me and you. We make we. So when I say we, it's you and me. There ain't nobody else here. So I talked to Scorpion Undercoating. We talked about the walls. I know exactly what I got to get for the walls. We got to make new doors. So I got the old doors off. I got to do some research on a router bit that will cut 50-52 aluminum. Here is the aluminum over here where we're going to build the new doors and sheet them with polypropylene HDM plastic on the inside. We got to make new doors. We got to do that. Made custom bumpers for it. The custom bumpers have been shortened, tucked, and rolled. Went to the junkyard and got bumpers. Cut them down, shortened them, tucked them. Done all that. Done this bead roll on the corner to match this. Let's see, what else? Got to paint it. It's going like a teal green and a white. So we got to take the body back off the chassis, take everything off the chassis, weld the chassis up solid, take the chassis to the powder coater, get it blasted, get it powder coated, then come back and run all the fuel lines and the brake lines and all that stuff. Got to put a steering column in it, got to build a steering column, got to hook up the fuel system, got to wire the whole thing, got to put the gauges in it. Basically, got to do everything. The glass company's going to cut the glass. He wants LED lights in it. He wants a radio in it. So we made some 6x9 boxes at the back. So we made all the speaker boxes. We drew up the speaker boxes. We burnt the boxes out. We broke them yesterday, or no, Wednesday. So we made the speaker boxes. We make everything in here. I make everything right over here on this table. And then we go from there. And then this is a 84 K5 Blazer that we're turning into a 74 K5 Blazer and putting it on a 2-wheel drive chassis. So we cut everything out of the firewall, done all these bead rolls for the firewall, welded all this up and that. So yeah. No, those are gunny wheels. These are transport wheels. They're gunny wheels. They're gunny wheels. Those are shop wheels. Those wheels right there, I fit 45 different vehicles. So I use those to put them on vehicles to push them around. Yes, yeah. Once everything gets fabricated, it gets took apart and then it gets put back together again. This thing will be took apart 2 or 3 times before it's finished. I got to order the lights. I want to order some. I think they're 4-inch turbo cones, and so for like this one of these holes, put a turbo cone like for turbos. Put one on this side and one on this side. The ones with the LED lights for turn signals. And then run that in there to a custom air box. We got to make an air box. So that's something else we got to do. Got to make a custom air box. So when he's driving down the road, fresh air hits these tubes, run them into it, and then have an air box for that. So because we're going to have turn signals and fog lights in the bumper, the back bumper, done it as well. So the back bumper, here's the back bumper. We cut it, shorten it, narrowed it. Like I said, already we bed lined it. Yeah, so the thing about gunny wheels is, well, that's a 68. This is a 68. So this right here, it's covered up in plastic, but this is a 68, 315s, Moser, 1,000 horsepower engine. 5-speed. This thing dynoed. We've already had it dynoed. Custom speaker box behind the seat. This thing has a functional ram air system. So built a custom air box in this. So you have a custom vent down there at the bottom that's in the bumper that runs up through a 4-inch intercooler pipe, runs into this custom air box, runs over and runs into the engine. So that's that. Yeah. Like I said, we've already done the doors, the door gaps, shaved all the drip rails off. Drip rails has been shaved off. No drip rails. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on. I appreciate it. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. There's a lot more shit going on. So yeah. So the bumper, the grill, and the roll pan is in the booth ready to spray. So I guess I'm going to have to run some heat in the booth next week. I don't know. It's going to be brutal cold. I might not do no paint next week. I don't know. We just have to see. Just have to find something else to do on the 68. But yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, man. I love what I do, man. I love what I do. I love what I do. Just a one-man band. One-man band. Yeah, stick around, hit the subscribe button. No politics, no religion. We don't deal with none of that crap over here. Enough of that shit gets echo chambered in our face every day. We don't do that. You know, you believe whatever you want to believe in, and that's fine. As long as everybody keeps everybody with respect on the channel, my mods will be fine. But if you start talking crazy and politics and religion, they'll order you an Uber and send you packing. And I make tools too, so if I need something, I'll make it. So we made this one day live. This right here is, this is my buddy Gene Winfield. I've been friends for a long, long time. He had one in his shop. This is a pipe anvil. This thing is full of sand, like fully full of sand, like full, like, so basically if I need to bend something or radius something, I'll show you. So if I need to bend something or radius something, for whatever, like making like tunnels, dry shaft tunnels, anything like that, you take this in here and just see, and this is 1.5 inches. That's 2.5, and that's a 3 inch. So if you want to go the other way, like that, see, that's that. It's right here. So we're building an 84 Cutlass with hydraulics on it. So we're doing this. We took a break on it for a little bit. I got a lot of stuff going on, other stuff going on. But there's stuff at the powder coaters, the pump racks and all that stuff's at the powder coaters. So it's done. So anytime soon. Well, I mean, it's done. I just got to go pick it up. I did a video on it. But yeah, this, whatever. So that's that. Oh man, well hold on a second. I got ATVs that keep me busy, Granger. Oh, check this out. I used to race professionally too. Look. Used to race professionally. I got to put my pictures back up on the wall. I had to take them down. That's me and my buddy Ed, that's my buddy Shorty, and that's everybody knows who that knothead is. Right, everybody knows who that knothead is. Let's see. There's my old boss, Richard Petty. And then there's Bugs and Danny D and Charlie Hutton and Eddie and Richard and yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and I teach class too. I teach paint classes. So there I'm teaching airbrushing class and pinstriping class and all that good stuff. Yeah, we do a lot of airbrushing and pinstriping and gold leafing. Man, I take this back. I do everything but interior, but we did the interior on the 63 Impala. Yeah, so like airbrushing, gold leafing, pinstriping, custom airbrushing, just all kinds of shit. So yeah, let me see what the temperature is in here. 53 degrees in here. All right, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Like I said, we're on our way to 10,000 real people. Ain't no AI bullshit over here. Boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, share. There's Austin. I appreciate it, boys and girls. Hit that subscribe button. Remember what I say, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at loose and drag. Peace out and chin grease. I'm out.